Nintendo, how could you? You forgot about Mario Kart World. You give frickin' Donkey Kong Bananza DLC after that game just came out after? Don't worry guys, I'm just messing around. I honestly quite enjoyed that Nintendo Direct. Was it my favorite Direct of all time? No, but there were a few announcements in there that I'm actually pretty excited about. Was I expecting Mario Kart World DLC? Yes, low-key I thought we would have gotten an announcement of some sort. However, don't panic. I wouldn't expect Mario Kart World to not get DLC. It's one of Nintendo's biggest franchises and it's just a matter of time to when we get it. I'd honestly rather wait for them to get it right than just rush it out and we have a scenario where we're not entirely happy with the content coming. Like, hey, it took from 2017 to 2022 for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to get DLC. I wouldn't expect it to be that long this time, but by the time DLC does potentially swing around, we've at least got plenty of other games to play and also a bigger catalog to pull from, just if Mario Kart World do want to go down the route of crossover courses and characters. Take Donkey Kong Bananza for example. How sweet would it be just getting a few characters from that game and Donkey Kong characters in general, and of course some tracks too. Plus some other in-house games like Super Mario Galaxy. Of course we got the Mario Galaxy movie now as well. Mario Bros. Wonder stuff too. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, which actually really stole my heart during the Direct, and a whole lot more. Mario Kart World could pull so much from these games and it'd be epic. Even if they wanted to go down the crossover route too, we got Zelda games, Kirby Air Riders of course, Metroid, Pokemon. It's all back in the limelight now and the potential is huge. Do I really want there to be that crossover stuff? Kind of, but I'll honestly take whatever they give. But that's all I want to say on Mario Kart World. It will come when it comes, and just don't panic. Yes, of course I loved Mario Kart Tour style just with the consistent updates, but Mario Kart World is a clearly bigger game, and I do expect Mario Kart World to hang around for the entire Switch's generation, so I'd expect them to bring some stuff out there to just keep it alive. But that's enough dwelling on that though, because there was a whole lot of stuff in that Nintendo Direct that I do want to talk about as I was pretty hyped for it. Before we get into that as well, just make sure you are subscribed. 1, if you like the content, and 2, because I'm doing a giveaway tonight just for a copy of Mario Kart World and also DK Bananza. And you only have to be subscribed to be in the running for that. Alright, I don't really know how to approach this, so let's just go in order of the Direct of what actually caught my attention. And of course, the first cap of the rank is how 1/3 of this Direct was just dedicated to Mario's 40th anniversary. And there were actually a few pieces in there that really caught my attention. Probably the biggest thing, of course, was just the next movie, which we now know is called Super Mario Galaxy Movie, and it arrives in April 2026. This, of course, is going to be a follow-up to this original Super Mario Bros. Movie, which I honestly really enjoyed. We don't know too much, as the brief teaser only showed Mario just peacefully having a nap under a tree, then cuts to an action shot following a butterfly flying over the Mushroom Kingdom. We get to encounter a Monty Mole, even a group of Cheep Cheeps again. We got to see Princess Peach's castle. And then of course we go to the sky and see a Luma. As I said, I really enjoyed the first movie and I'm gonna watch this one. They also confirmed the main cast will be returning for this next film. The only oddity here was that they didn't announce Donkey Kong, of course being Seth Rogen, so who knows if he's going to be in this movie. I also loved how they went straight into the next announcements being Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, which are now going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. These have been confirmed they will be available both physically as a collection, or you can buy them separately digital. I'm extremely happy about this. I loved Galaxy 1 and 2 growing up, so getting to play this again will be awesome, especially for the younger generation who are going to see the movie, and then of course get to play the Galaxy games. They're going to have a ball. I also really liked how Nintendo confirmed in a press release that both titles will feature improved UI. There will be an option to play with button and stick or motion controls, an in-game music player, new storybook content, and of course enhanced resolution. Plus, there will be a free update available on the Switch 2 that adds 4K resolution that supports for both titles. That to me is pretty huge. I wouldn't want to be playing this game in 1080p on my Switch 2. I also really liked how we're getting both a Mario and Rosalina amiibo, which are set to arrive next year, which I guess is low-key good timing with the movie coming out. I just really like the fact that we have both Galaxy games and now the movie. It's a pretty good move for Nintendo there. The prices though, not so much. but I won't get into that one. I also liked how they announced a physical edition of Rosalina's storybook, although for some reason the new pages included in these new versions aren't going to be part of the physical book. That is kind of crappy in my opinion. Moving on, if that wasn't enough Mario, my probably favorite 2D Mario game of all time has now been confirmed to be getting DLC. I'm of course talking about Super Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2 Edition. It will be a multiplayer expansion with tons of co-op games to play, and more apparently, which we'll learn about later. What we did learn, I actually was a pretty big fan of. It's essentially a meetup in a Bell Park, which is a new plaza, just where you can partake in a bunch of mini games with all of your friends. And some of them look pretty fun too. At the end of the trailer as well, they actually announced to expect more. I did notice Rosalina in this icon as well, which may potentially suggest that she could be a new playable character. I haven't had a look too much into detail about this, but it is promising regardless. From what we know, the Koopalings are officially back. There will be some form of Captain Toad or levels to some degree, and also what appears to be some form of extra levels too. And completing these levels, I assume, unlock Bell flowers, but we don't know too much more than that at this point in time, but regardless, I'm pretty excited. I was also pretty excited about the talking flower getting a toy. I am going to get this. It's probably not for my demographic, being a bit older, but I'm sure kids are going to love this, and I'm going to love it too, so damn it, I'm getting it. Mario Tennis Fever was also another one I initially rolled my eyes at just when I saw the trailer. I kind of wanted a baseball game. However, this does look like a lot of fun. It's even bringing some wonder flavor and a story mode that actually looks good. The key new feature that Nintendo really highlighted is the Fever Shop. They also confirmed there will be 30 different Fever rackets and also 38 playable characters, which is extremely nice, especially when compared to the other Mario sports games recently released, which kind of felt like they were just lacking some serious content. The other modes look pretty good as well. I also really like how the talking flower is a commentator in tournament mode, and the mix-up mode and all the other modes look pretty fun too. And I like how there's some wonder effects as well. But probably the biggest highlight from that game is actually the story mode. This one in particular sees the entire crew actually turned into babies, just forcing them to train their skills back up as they try to find a way just to return to normal. I absolutely love this. And we also got to see Baby Waluigi, which was pretty dope. I honestly didn't think Mario Tennis games would ever get me hyped again after Tennis Aces, so the fact that I actually want to buy this is a really good sign. Then we got what isn't a sequel to the best Mario game, but Nintendo announced Yoshi and the Mysterious Book for Switch 2, and it looks extremely charming to me. To me, this initially appeared to be a new Yoshi's Island game, just as the trailer focused on an island where Yoshi and his friends live. Instead, Nintendo seemed to be sticking with the modern arts and crafts style theme that Yoshi games have kind of developed with the Mysterious Book now featuring a pretty distinct chunky aesthetic, and even a kind of an offset animation style. It looks pretty good. We of course got introduced to someone called Mr. E, and the chapters apparently seem to kind of function like levels just for Yoshi to go through. It's kind of like how Mario 64, where you could just jump through the paintings and you're in the level. It's kind of similar to that. There seems to be a pretty big focus on discovering and cataloging, and even carrying some creatures around levels just to see how they interact with various elements. I really like how the yellow flower, just in this scene in particular, can actually make flower buds just bloom in one chapter, or even become like muddied when Yoshi splashes in puddles. I think it's a pretty cool concept. As you apparently go through the world and just of course encounter all the inhabitants, it seems like the book is actually filled out, kind of like a catalog. To be honest, I actually think this trailer looks really, really good. I'm a really big fan of some Yoshi games like Yoshi's Island, Woolly World, and Yoshi Story, so I really hope this one goes the extra mile like Donkey Kong Bonanza did. It just leaves a really good lasting impression to me and other people. The last thing I want is just this thing to be kind of like a one and done spin-off and you never really talk about it again. That would suck. The next thing that really caught me off guard and also got me excited for Mario Kart World DLC, which we never got unfortunately, was DK Bonanza DLC. And this lets you explore DK Island, just complete with a new roguelike mode that's actually now available right this second, and I've also played it a little bit. So far, I'm actually really enjoying it. And probably the reason I am enjoying it is one of my only complaints about the original game just was the fact you weren't able to explore DK Island during the game. Clearly Nintendo knew this because they've made this pay DLC, so they knew people were going to buy it. I kind of wish it was like Odyssey where you got to explore the Mushroom Kingdom after the game, but hey, we got it in the end, so I can't complain too much. I do like how DK Island is a new map within the game, and it lets you explore Donkey Kong's homeland. Of course, with people like Diddy, Dixie Kong, Cranky Kong, just all hanging out. And you can even go into his house, which is nice. They, of course, included a new mode called Emerald Rush, where Void Kong actually hires DK to collect emeralds around the island. And it even offers different perks via fossils, so it's pretty nice from what I played so far. Nintendo also confirmed that the mode will add Emerald Rush to other games, other layers as well, which even gives you some new outfits for Pauline and DK, as well as some statues you can place around DK Island. I haven't finished it yet, but from what I've heard and played, it's been pretty good. And apparently there will be some special limited time events tied to the mode in the future, so if you love the game, it might be worth it if you want to actually go back and just keep playing it every now and again, so it's really up to you. The last one that really caught my attention was Pokemon Pokopia, or whatever it's called. I really loved Viva Pinata growing up, and this kind of feels similar. I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan in the world in all honesty, but I am going to be getting this because it looks like a lot of fun. Those were kind of all my highlights though. I did love how Kirby Air Riders looks really good, and the amiibo looked dope too, just with how you can interchange the riders for the carts. I think that's pretty cool. Metroid Prime 4 realistically isn't really my cup of tea, but hey, if you like Metroid, let me know what you think, as you'll probably have a lot better of an opinion than I will. I'll probably still give this game a go when it comes out, but I've never really been the biggest fan of Metroid in the past. I also like the new Stardew Valley update. The Virtual Boy expansion looks pretty swell. Horror Warriors Age of Imprisonment looks pretty cool, and I'm keen to try that as I really like the last one. But overall, a pretty solid direct. I would have liked to seen a big heavy hitter in there. Some Mario Kart World DLC, of course. Maybe a Zelda and Animal Crossing, Smash Bros, Luigi's Mansion. They're things that come to my mind as big hitters. But good things do come to those who wait, they say, so I'm sure we'll see all those in the future. Just finishing off with Fire Emblem for me was personally a pretty lull moment. I'm not a fan. I'm not a Fire Emblem guy, so yeah, that wasn't too great. But let me know what you thought of the Nintendo Direct overall. Did you expect to see some Mario Kart World in there, and do you expect to see anything from Mario Kart World coming up soon? And of course, what was your favorite highlight from the Direct? Mine was probably the new Yoshi game or the Mario Wonder DLC, mostly because it's something new. If you did enjoy this video as well, make sure to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. And I'll catch you all for a few more videos coming out very soon. I've of course got some Mario Kart World stuff planned. I want to talk about a few of the games from the Direct in a little bit more detail, and I will eventually get around to doing my DK Bonanza rankings, because with the DLC, I need to actually edit those, and yeah, they'll come soon. But until next time though, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next video. See ya!